Live better and longer with the Fitzness Show, hosted by fitness expert, author, and TV personality Fitz Kohler. She'll tell you why diets are dumb, supplements are snake oil, and the truth about how you can earn a lean, hard, pain-free, and athletic body. Now for our favorite bossy blonde, Fitz Kohler.
Hi team, I'm Fitz Kohler, your very noisy race announcer from fitzness.com, and welcome to the Fitzness Show. Today, I have one of my favorite people on earth, my dance partner from my Dancing with the Stars experience. I've told you guys about it ad nauseum. I'm sure you're sick of hearing from me about it. So I'm going to bring in my professional dance partner. And as you know, he made it such a great experience. I was actually paired with someone else, and that person disappeared after two rehearsals, and I'm so glad he did. I mean, I wish that guy well, but what a score. What an absolute score and a privilege to upgrade to Mr. Tucker Gokey. So here he is. Welcome, Tucker.
What's up?
You're so cute. How are you doing?
I'm doing fan-frickin-tastic. We've been off contract for about 3 weeks now. So I've been taking a good long break. We started morning class recently. So just a ballet class in the morning. And
is that you're teaching it or taking it?
Taking it. And then Monday and Tuesdays, I teach an hour a day, and that's about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I've had zero dance for 3 weeks, I'm guessing. Do you have a letdown when your season ends?
Yeah. So this is my job, but it's not a job. I love it. So I don't do it for the money. I do it for how it makes me feel. So the paycheck's nothing. It's me getting up in the morning, moving my body, seeing my friends, all that stuff. You don't get to do that when the contract's over. Everyone goes back to their home and lives their life. So it's kind of, that's the letdown that I have.
How rude, right?
Yeah, how rude. Very rude. Why can't you sleep forever?
Just to be clear, I think it's super rude that you don't dance with me twice a week anymore. So
Exactly.
How rude. Okay, so before we talk about our Dancing with the Stars experience, I want to have folks get to know you, and even I would like to know more about you because I think you're fascinating. So go back. How did you get started in dance? How old were you, and what did that look like?
I was about 7 years old, 7 or 8. I used to watch hip hop breakdancing videos on my phone, not phone, but my dad would be watching them on YouTube, on the TV or something like that. And I would like the music. I've always loved music. Always. Justin Bieber, number one.
Great choice.
Number one. So I always just had the groove in me. And then all of a sudden, my mom and dad were like, "Do you want to dance?" It's sure. So I started with hip hop, and this was in Ocala, Florida, right? So it's very weird not weird, but different for a boy to be a dancer. So when I was young, I didn't know that. So I was just yeah, I'm here, I'm Tucker. And then people were kind of "Oh, it's a boy that dances. Why?" Well, because I loved it. And then I went to a new studio and started tap. And then it kind of progressively just went. Changed, leaped, jumped, all the things happened. All the things.
Okay, so backtrack. So from Ocala, Florida, most boys are out there riding horses and throwing footballs, right?
Correct.
And were you doing traditional sports back then?
Soccer for a year.
Okay.
I wrestled maybe for a year. And then I didn't like getting choked. So I was I can't do it. That was about it.
How weird that you didn't like getting choked. And then, the end product I see right now is you're a phenomenon, and you're 18, correct?
I am 18, yes.
You're 18 and you're already a paid professional dancer, which seems like a very big deal. I feel like most folks your age that are dancing are wishing they're maybe trying to go to a college. They're trying to maybe apply to dance at Disney World or whatever, but you are a professional dancer at the Dance Alive National Ballet, which has extraordinary dancers from all around the world, and they chose you.
Right. So what I have to say about that is I got extremely, I wouldn't say lucky. I worked hard. I was myself. I was kind. I never was rude. I tried super hard. I always challenged myself. Didn't really care about what others were doing. I just kind of wanted me. So by the time I was 16, I was getting paid at 16 and traveling around the United States and dancing and doing the stuff that I loved. And so I was like truly blessed to have that opportunity when I was 16.
And so your favorite style is contemporary. Is that correct?
Yes.
And describe that to folks who don't understand it.
If you guys know what ballet is, think about ballet, but corkscrewed and made like ugly. It's more emotional and gut feeling, and you look at it and you're like, oh, I don't know what he just did or she just did, but it was absolutely gorgeous and it made me want to cry. So it's kind of like that. Emotions.
Okay. Yeah, it looks to me like the opposite of ballet. In fact, when I see you do it, you're bendy and almost crooked a lot, right?
Correct. There's no shapes. It's all abstract, which is still a shape, but like it's not placed, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so tell people now what your Instagram handle is so they can go have a peek. They can pause this and go look at you dance. What's your Instagram handle?
Tucker, Tucker, as you see, _ Gokey.
That's Gokey. Okay, go check that out. And do you even have choreography? Because when I look, I feel like you're just moving.
Yeah. So the choreography comes from just moving. So you're just moving, which is called improv, if you've never heard that before. Yeah. But improv kind of translates into choreography. And the choreography usually happens, and then it goes improv. And so, like, it kind of all just blends into one, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so is there real, so for example, with our dance, we had some pretty strict choreography, and you were flamboyant with it, or I flashed there to say, but with your contemporary performances, is there a game plan before you go out there, or do you just start moving in a way that feels good?
There is a game plan. So it's the same thing that we did. We had a dance and we choreographed it and we rehearsed it, but it looks more natural just because the shapes aren't so structured. It's yourself. You can always add yourself on contemporary. It's strange to talk about and not just like show what I mean, because it's like such a weird feeling. It comes from like the heart. It's weird.
It's very special, and you're so talented. Very fun to watch. So you also now you perform with a national ballet company, which is kind of opposite. So how does ballet work for you?
So it's weird. And talking about how much I love contemporary and not being like structured. So when I was about 12, I started ballet training at the studio that I'm actually training at right now, which is Dance Alive National Ballet. They have a studio called Po Falls. And I started training there because my mom was like, you need ballet training. So I was like, okay, this sucks. I hate this. Once you get disciplined in something and you see progression, it's kind of like an addiction. So you like want more and more and more and more. So the structure is nice because you could see you see it every single day, the progress, because it's all the same. So that's what I really like about ballet is that aspect of it, is the discipline in it.
And it's so athletic. Before our rehearsals, sometimes I would peek in and watch you guys just going through a basic workout. It was split jumps and leaping, and it was incredibly athletic.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. The girls, so it's weird because the girls and the boys have such different parts in ballet, but in like other like contemporary and everything, it's pretty equal. So in ballet, the girls have to wear point shoes, which is like crazy. The men have to lift, which is also super hard. The men have to jump more. The men have to turn more. The girls have to look beautiful and elegant. So it's crazy the roles that play parts and make it all come together. It's weird.
And then you have a hashtag I've seen on most of your posts. It's hashtag boys dance too.
All of my posts from the past 4 years have that hashtag. Yeah.
And how come?
ever since I was younger, like I said, raised in Ocala, Florida. Just like it was not heard of. And like I got picked on quite a bit, told I was gay, which is not a problem at all. But who sees someone doing what they love and stereotypes them into something because it's a flamboyant thing or can be a flamboyant thing? So it's kind of like I like to show people that boys dance too. It's a thing, just as normal. There can be a dude, that could be a jock and dance. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I mean, and I wouldn't make the correlation, but I get it. I get it. I imagine that might have been kind of hard. Did you have a hard time in high school and middle school because of it?
Elementary school, yes. I got picked on. I actually was in public school till I was in second grade, and then got homeschooled my whole life.
Okay.
So I did have a problem with it. Still even had a problem with it with the girls at the dance studio, if that makes any sense. Weird to think about because I'm on their team and they should be supporting me. But when you're starting out as a boy, they're like, oh, he's a boy. He gets to take all my parts and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just here to have fun, so I don't understand it. Always boys dance too. It's normal.
I love it. My son was in dance. He was, I think, 4 and 5 and 6. And he was doing hip hop and loved it. And they switched from hip hop. They just said, we're going to make this a ballet class. And he was out, which is such a bummer because it was so fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely so fun. And I actually think what a cool straight guy thing to do because you're always surrounded by these super
That's what I'm saying. That's what my father always said. Always was like, bro, you can't let that get to you. You're around girls all the time. You can't let that get to you.
Yeah, instead of tackling a bunch of men, you get to spin
around. What is the difference? Like, you should be calling football players gay. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. So you have some opportunities in front of you. I know you're with Dance Alive for at least one more year. Yeah. What else are your plans? I mean, as a professional dancer, what do you hope for?
Hope to dance as long as I can and then stack up my intelligence that I've learned and seen from different choreographers and dancers and mumble it up into my own brain and then teach others all what I've learned. So it's a progress. So like you start as a student, you're always a student, but you start as a student, right? And you get so many like thoughts and then you take them, you toss them on another student. So it's kind of interesting. So my goal is to be a teacher.
Okay. You're a great teacher. I can testify to that already. Such a fantastic teacher. Do you fancy yourself being on maybe Broadway or doing music videos or going on tour with Beyonce?
Yeah. Okay. So Broadway is always going to be on my goal. Always. Newsies on Broadway is my number one, like definitely should happen in my life. Background dancing, I don't know. There's nothing that sparked my world like in that part. Justin Bieber, of course, if he asks me, I'll dance for him. But music videos I have been in. I want to say it's different though, because I know how you were saying like you like announcing in real life, and it's different than when you're on a camera. So a music video is camera. There's no audience, just camera. So you're performing for a lens. It's different than performing for thousands. So the music video industry is not for me.
Okay. So maybe once in a while for a paycheck, but
exactly.
My audience is your passion. Hey, you know what? The beauty of the lens that I've found is even though I don't get that emotional connection with humans, which I crave, which I live for, is I know that I'm connecting with exponentially so many more because
yeah, exactly. That's why I love Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram's our friend. Okay, Tucker. So in what was it, September, October, you get invited to do Dancing with the Stars. Tell us about that.
Okay, so my brain was all over the place. I moved back from Chicago, moved back home, and all of a sudden I went to go take a ballet class at Dance Alive, and I took it. I thought it was like, can you be in this show? And I was like, yeah, I can be in this show. I'm not really in the mental place to work right now, but yeah, I'll be in this show for you. Then she asked me to be in another show. And I was like, okay, this is strange. So I just kind of was dancing and having fun, and she offered me a contract.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden was like, you're going to be in Dancing with the Stars. So it came out of nowhere, right? Didn't know who I was dancing with. Didn't know it was going to be you. Didn't know what was happening. Didn't know what I was dancing. Kind of just was like in the back of my head, like, okay, I'm going to do this. These 2 shows were in the front of my head, like, okay, I got to get my shit together.
Right.
So it's like, it was just bumbling back here. And then it kind of just happened and I got thrown into it. And then it was the most fun I've had in a long time, actually. So happens to happen.
Okay, that makes me happy. So when partner number 1 was on his way out, you came in to watch us. Did you already know you were going to be my partner at that point?
No clue. Nope.
Okay.
Crazy.
So Kim just told you to come in and watch?
Yeah. No, I just came in and watched.
Oh.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I love dance to where it's like, I'm just going to come sit here and watch someone dance. I do remember that now that she's talking about that. I totally forgot about that. I did come in and watch you 2 dance, didn't I?
Yeah. You held the camera. You recorded us or something like that.
I did. It was just you and Michael though, right?
I thought it was partner number 1, the first partner. Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, I just came in to watch. New clue.
Okay. And then she said you're going to dance with Fitz and do the jive. What do you think about that?
I was excited. That's really all that was in my head. I wasn't really like, oh, this is different. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Time to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what did you think about the experience? Start at the start.
So I started. I had no clue what I was doing.
And don't hold back, by the way. You can be totally honest, but you felt like you had no clue what you were doing?
Correct. So I knew how to have fun. I had no idea how to do the jive, no idea how to do ballroom. No idea how to ballroom partner, to be honest, at all. Only partnering I've done is like ballet training partnering when I was 13.
Okay.
So having to be a leader of you was like such a weird thought in the back of my brain when we first started. And I was still trying to learn what the hell my feet were doing. So I'm over here learning my feet. And he's like, you got to control. And I'm over here like, I don't know what I'm doing yet. So it's like kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. At first I was like, oh crap, I'm screwed. I'm not gonna be able to learn this, right? And then time went on and it didn't really get better. We just kept learning and learning and learning and learning, right?
Yeah.
And it never really got better. There was no better. And then we had a rehearsal together and I was like, okay, we gotta spice this up somehow. So we spiced it up. And it was like, okay, this is fun now. This is fun. We're getting actually dancing. And then from that, we had more rehearsals, and it kept getting better. So I don't know. It was just like, it was like here, and then it was like here, and then it was like, it went up. But at first I was a little nervous.
So that actually makes me feel so good. I know you've said I'm learning too, but in my mind, when you walked in, I thought, well, Tucker is a professional dancer and he can do all things.
Right.
So I really felt like I was the only one on the struggle bus.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Nope. Me, you, and Michael all struggling.
Yeah, very, very much. What great gifts you have, though. You really pick up. I mean, I have coordination, I have rhythm, and fit body. So those things worked in my favor, but putting it all together, and I don't know. I mean, your natural instincts are so wonderful. That's the gift of being you, right? Your whole life to dance. But I thought it was so much fun, and you really did progress. Once you figured out what we were doing, you became such a strong leader. And I actually had Michael on. I interviewed him the other night. We haven't released that yet, but I was telling him that not only did you become really good at controlling me with your hands, like when you would pull down for the rondajan. Is it Rama or rondajan?
Rond.
Okay, rondajan.
Yeah.
But you also led me with your face. Like you're so expressive.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah. I've always, that's the thing, is with contemporary, because that's what I love to train in. It's a lot of emotional connection with your partner.
Yeah.
It's less hands-on and less, I'm going to put you here. It's like
Right.
my eyes are going to lead you to what you're about to do. So you're reading my mind, cool. I'm reading yours too, if that makes any sense.
And
So the energy connection is really important.
well, it helped me so much. Again, you certainly became a better leader as we progressed, and I needed that. But your face, and the other delightful thing I got to tell you is that I couldn't not smile when looking at you. So my goal from the start, I really did want to win it. So
Right,
oh well.
right.
Oh well. But I thought I at least want to have the most fun routine of the night. And
Yeah, we did.
well, I think we hit it out of the park in the fun category.
We did.
Yeah, it helps so much that your energy, your smile, that was such a big leader, and the fact that you would talk to me all the time. And
Yes.
you know, Michael did an extraordinary job choreographing, but when we had those
Right.
rehearsals alone, you're just
A
an
lot.
excellent teacher. You're an excellent teacher.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I was going to say something about the nights. Oh my goodness. I blanked and it was so good.
Are we going to talk about the performance night? Is that
Yeah.
what
And
right, well,
I was about to forget.
well, we'll get there. We'll get there. So did you feel really confident going into the show time that we were going to do well?
Yes. I 1000% did. I had no doubts that we were going to have fun at all. That's what I was really focused on. Can you imagine? This is what I was going to say. Can you imagine if I didn't have a smile or you didn't have a smile and you wanted to win so bad? And I was like, wow, I want to win so bad too. But we were so determined on that when we didn't win, can you imagine what we would have felt if none of us were smiling? Think about that. Weird.
That would've been awful. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So
Yeah.
I feel like, you always have to be up. Up, up, up. You always got to be up.
Well, it's interesting because some of the dances, specifically, I don't think those dancers were allowed to smile because of their type of routine, right? I felt
Correct.
the jive was it was very on brand for me
Correct.
because everything I do is pretty high energy, pretty happy.
Yep.
And that our dance just kind of oozed joy, right?
It did. It did.
Okay.
Out of everyone.
And then also, you're so accustomed to dancing with other pros. You're dancing with Emmy and Andy and all of these talented professionals. What kind of burden was it to dance with a complete amateur? And you don't have to humor them.
Yeah, very hard. I'm not gonna lie. Very, 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 very hard. I mean, think about it. It's like, I'm trying to put this in a way. It's like swimming, like a synchronized swimmer with a non-swimmer trying to teach a non-swimmer how to synchronize swim. So that just doesn't work. It's like weird. And especially for the partnering, like I said, I wasn't used to that. So it was hard because I was teaching myself as I was teaching you. So it was just really, really hard. I don't really know how else to explain it. It was really hard.
Well, thank you for hanging in there with me. It's hard on my end too. I would always look so forward to rehearsals, and then sometimes in the middle, especially with Michael giving me grief, I would think,
Oh yeah,
this is awful. What am I doing here?
What is here?
Why am I here? I think some of the most fun moments were the worst moments, the moments of frustration, and then the moments of miscommunication, and then of course some of the failed backflips.
Oh, I love it. It's the best part. Best memories.
So fun. So fun. I actually thought that there was no way to shake the giggles out of me. I thought even during the show, I was going to giggle really loudly when you backflip me. I was able. Did I?
No, you did not.
Okay.
You were like, wait, did I?
I might have. Oh, so fun. So fun. Okay. So we're going into the show. I felt pretty confident too. I think that I was a catastrophe for a dress rehearsal. That was pretty unpleasant.
Oh yeah, the end. Yeah. It wasn't that bad. Everything else was perfect.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I walked out of there thinking that was garbage. That
Nope.
was the worst I've done, and the horrible dip was disconcerting.
Understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's interesting is so I went into my little mode that I used to have when I was kickboxing. Before a fight, I never sat out there and watched other fights before it was my
Right.
turn. I just kind of isolate in my dressing room, and I thought that would be best to just focus on what I was supposed to do. But I loved your comfort and your confidence. You and all the other pro dancers were just sitting out eating dinner and chilling and watching the show.
Yeah, so we have nerves. Everyone has nerves, right? Trying to calm them and trying to act like you just regular, I'm gonna hang out with my friends, but have your dance in the back of your brain. But watching others, having fun with others before you go on is like key in my brain. Everyone is super good sometimes. You sit there, let's say 4 hours before you performing. You're already thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to forget? What am I going to do? What am I going to forget? Over and over and over again. Why? There's like I don't understand it. I see people doing that and I'm like, stop. I directly tell them, stop. There is no point. You've done this millions of times. It's in your muscles. It's in your brain. That music's going to play and you're going to eat it up. So stop. And that's why you just got to kind of have a wall of, yeah, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to think about it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, well, that does make sense. I think I'm glad I did the isolation thing. But when I came out of the dressing room, I didn't have any nerves at all, not even a little bit. And again, you were so helpful too, because you're like, we've got this. Let's just go have fun.
Exactly. That's all it is. That's all it is. You do the best when you're having fun. Always. Always.
One of the things, if I could redo, I would discuss how I should walk out on the stage. I kind of walked out on the stage just as Fitz Kohler. I was the way I would take the stage before speaking.
Perfect.
You thought so?
Perfect. It's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Own that stage. Yeah, it's me. So I don't know if I've told you this before, but at the end of like dances or competition dances, you always bow. Well, you always bow. You always finish.
Yeah.
What I always like to do, my Tucker self, I would finish my dance and I'd always do like a stupid little and always be myself or give them a little I love you sign. It was never if that makes any sense. I'm not going to be like, this is what I'm doing. Okay. This is my life. So it's myself. So you did it perfectly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And for those who are just listening to this podcast versus watching it on YouTube, Tucker was making all sorts of cool rock out signs.
Rock out signs.
Yeah. So, once that music started, you know what I loved? I loved how the crowd responded to the song within the first few beats that they recognized. Yeah. It's a classic, Proud Mary, and to hear the room start going, oh, lightening up just because it was Tina Turner, not us yet. They were just excited.
Exactly. Well, we all share the love of music.
Yeah.
And people. So it's everyone has a mutual connection. It's weird. It's cool.
And then walk us through what you thought of our dance while you were dancing.
While I was dancing?
Yeah.
Pure joy. That's it. That's it. From the start to the finish. Pure joy. Having fun, rocking out. That's it.
So fun. Were you relieved after we'd get through certain parts and I didn't screw it up?
Yes. 1000%. About three checkpoints in the dances where I was like, oh, we did it.
What were your checkpoints?
Rondes, backflip.
Yeah.
The last dip.
Oh, okay. And you weren't even I think that crazy spinning thing at the end before the dip was a big one too.
That was a big one. I'll give it 4. That was a big one.
Yeah. The other thing I really liked, and I've told some people, is that I had asked you to keep talking to me. We were chatting the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That was so great. That was so great.
Yeah.
And nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Nobody knew. We do that on stage too.
You do.
Not a lot of people know this, but competition dancers, professional dancers, always, even if it's not verbal, eyes, body language, we're always talking, always communicating. It's a weird thing. You never think that, but yeah, people don't notice that stuff.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And I too, once we got through the ronde, I was like, okay, didn't butcher that.
Right.
The backflips, so happy with the way that turned out.
Yeah. So you think about this. You worry about it, right? You worry about these little things, and when it's done, you're already like halfway through the next step. So your brain is so good at like just thinking always. It's weird. So strange.
Well, it's practice, right? Practice,
Right.
practice. So it's natural instincts. I thought the bright lights in my face were a little unnerving when I speak. They're not that bright. I can usually see the audience. I couldn't see anybody
Like,
out there. Did you?
Black.
Okay.
Just black. It's weird. So weird. Like, imagine. So if you take out those lights, right, you can see everyone. Every
Right.
single person. There's like one spotlight on you. It is like, I don't know if it's a mental thing or if it's a visual thing, because I feel like if you stand there, you're able to see. But I think it's a mental thing and adrenaline of
Yeah.
like, I'm in this. I'm in this now, so I'm not going to see anything but you, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Gosh, it was such a fun time. And when we nailed the dip at the end,
Perfect.
I'm so happy.
Me too. Me too. Me too. How many people have you showed this to? That's a question.
So I posted it on Facebook and Instagram, and it has had thousands and thousands of views so far.
Good.
People,
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I love
Yeah.
that.
Honestly, I haven't had that much fun doing anything at all, period, since I was fighting. The last time I
Wow.
had that kind of fun was when I was kicking someone in the head inside a ring.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive. Wow, that's a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was. It was a blast. I mean, just such a good time. And then you poor dear, it broke my heart to see your arm all cut up from the backflip on my
Oh my
dress.
gosh. Yeah, so I still have, there's these two scars. I don't know if you can see them because the lighting is horrible, but there's one right here and there's one right here. But it's a good thing because your dress was fantastic and my arm couldn't heal.
Well, I hope it does. Yeah, I felt felt so sad when I saw your forearm full of blood.
Yeah, it was like gushing. I was like, oh my God.
It was. And you were so tough. You said it's okay.
I was like, nah, I'm okay.
Wow. And yeah, it was the violent sequence. You
Yes,
know
it
what?
was.
I thought the dress was pretty, and I'm so glad I ordered it. I mean, I do think it's a wonderful choice. However, the second I put it on the first time, I thought, oh, I remember I hate sequins. I had worn a couple of sequins dresses when I was in high school to proms or homecomings, and it was god awful. And I remember it scratching up my own arms just while dancing and walking. So sorry to wound you with my dress.
I didn't even feel it, so don't be sorry. Didn't feel it at all.
What was the other thing? Oh, this is what I haven't complimented you on yet. The way you worked your shirt. That was new and exciting. And you really used your shirt as a prop.
A prop. Yeah. I used to use my hair a lot when I had it. I used to it was my signature thing to every time I would do a move or look down and look up, I would always be like, whew. So it's cool to have something that I can touch, helps me relax. That makes any sense, gets me into it. It's just weird. I like it.
Now, did you plan that in advance? I didn't recognize you doing that while we were rehearsing, or did that just come out?
Never, it just comes out. I did it when I was running over after the little point to the audience, when I was running over to the camera that your daughter was filming on, right?
So that's actually where I was going to go with that. So the video that I've shared with you is my best friend recorded that. Gosh, she did a great job.
Yes, she did.
I did not share with you the video Ginger took yet.
No, and I want to see it so bad.
Oh, it is so good. Not only because of that close up on you,
Yeah.
and she screams, "Yeah, Tucker!"
Yeah.
But her commentary through the entire thing is hilarious. It's just
Good.
she is one of the funniest people alive. So, for me, there's that you can hear your kid cheering for you, which is pretty cool. How
Feels good. Yeah.
many times does your kid ever cheer for a parent? I'm going to tell you right now, it's not often. If you have kids,
No.
know that they are rarely, if ever, going to celebrate you for anything. It's just not going to happen. So to hear "Yay, Mom" and stuff was pretty cool. But then her other comments are just so funny. She's narrating our dance, and I can't wait to share it with you. I'll share it when we drop. In fact, folks, by the time you're hearing this or watching this interview with Tucker, you'll be able to find Ginger's video on my my Facebook and Instagram account, and it's worth a look. Even if you've already watched the dance, it's great. It's so good. And then we have had some really cool pictures. Have you seen the whole reel of our professional photos yet?
I have not.
Oh my gosh.
Have you?
I have. There's probably about 20 really good ones.
Good. I've seen the ones you posted. I've seen the one Dance Alive has posted, but I have not gotten the link, and I want the link.
Okay. Did you see? I'm guessing you're probably not on Facebook. Are you even on Facebook?
Oh, I am on Facebook. It's probably on Facebook somewhere, right?
Okay. Yeah, because I posted them on my Facebook page. But I'll message this. Look, this sounds like a private phone call now. So after we dance, we've got a little time off. That was relaxing. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed were you that we didn't win the judge's choice?
Honestly,
it
didn't even faze me, only because I thought we did the best we've ever danced together. That's the only reason I was like, okay, I don't really care. It was fun.
I agree wholeheartedly. I didn't even have an ounce of disappointment. I just thought this was kick-ass. This was perfection. And you know what? If I could go back and tidy up a couple things, I would. But
always
things. And overall, it was so much fun. And
always.
What a wonderful experience. So thank you for being the exact partner I needed for this. And it was pure joy. Absolutely the best.
Thank you.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? I am going to Philadelphia on June 1st to dance for 3 weeks. And then
What does that mean? You're dancing with whom for what? And how does that work?
I'm dancing with Ballet X. It's a company. I am doing their summer program, like a pre-professional program for training and becoming a professional. Then I come back home, which is Gainesville, Florida for right now, for about 2 weeks. And then on July 7th, I go to Italy and dance and train with one of my dream companies called Orsolina 28. And yeah, thank you. And that's about it for the summer. And then I come back and dance some more.
And when does your Dance Alive season kick off?
August 26th.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for you. You're going to have a blast. And in Italy, I know we discussed that earlier, and you had a few tough decisions to make because you had been invited to dance in so many places. But Italy, how come Italy won out?
Because it's Italy. I don't really know. It's just Italy, and it's gorgeous, and the people kind of was like an opportunity you can't really pass up type deal. My parents were like, you have to go. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I do have to go. So I'm going.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Okay. So a few questions before you go. We like the get to know you questions. Who is your first Hollywood crush?
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Hollywood crush. God. What does Hollywood mean? Like live in Hollywood?
No, like celebrity crush, TV, movie, singer, dancer, what else?
Oh my gosh. Why have I never thought about this in my life? It's going to be a dude. I'm so straight.
That's okay. Is it Justin Bieber?
It is.
That's okay.
It's Justin Bieber. I think I genuinely, when I was little, had I was fanboying. I still am fanboying. He was such a like, what's it called? Staple in like the boy music / dance
Yeah.
industry, in my opinion. He like everyone hated on him, like, ugh, but there was millions that loved him. So
Yeah, it
I
was
think
interesting. He was the most popular guy in the world, and then all of a sudden it became popular to hate him. And I just thought, oh, his music's still pretty good. He's still a
right,
pretty talented guy. So
right. So I don't know. He was a very good person. Then he made a bad decision.
right.
Then he's made a lot of better decisions now. He has a kid. He's got a wife. So it's like it's an inspiration in my opinion. I don't know. I liked his older stuff a lot.
Okay. I like that very much. What's your favorite movie?
Oh my goodness. Probably the Bad News Bears.
Oh, that's really cute. That's really fun. I like that a lot. Can you sing?
I can. Not well, but I can.
And are you willing to if somebody says this role requires you to sing?
Yes.
I love that.
Done it before.
Do you have interest in acting as well?
Yes, a lot. I acted in about 4 plays.
Okay.
1 at UF.
Okay. Triple threat. Tucker, I see surprising things coming out beyond dance. I could see you doing all sorts of things. Of course, I'm fangirl. I'm a big fangirl of Tucker Gokey. Not Tucker Goatee.
No. Who gets that mixed up? I don't understand.
Well, Fizz Kohler and Fizz. What?
Fizz.
I always say it's 4 letters. How do you screw up 4 letters?
People are just weird.
Just weird. I'm sure your last name gets butchered all the time, right?
Yeah. A lot. I get like Goku, Gokey. It's weird.
Gokey coming out.
Gokey.
All right. Now, what is your advice for the regular folks? So most of my audience, I would say, cares about their health and fitness. They're trying to figure it out. Some people are super fit. Some people need to lose 200 pounds.
Right.
A lot of runners, but some people say they hate running so much. So how do you recommend the regular person, the grown-up, gets into dance or utilizes dance as a form of fitness?
Zumba. I think Zumba is a very good dance or a type of yoga class it's called booty yoga. So it's super fun. So it's booty stuff, like you're working out your butt, twerking, you're doing all your stuff, you're dancing, plus it's in a hot room, plus you're doing yoga. So I just think that there's lots of outlets that are fun to get fit in the dancing world.
Zumba and booty yoga. I like.
Yeah.
Those were answers I hadn't anticipated hearing. And then I hear that there's ballroom dancing in town all the time. Is there
all the time?
I plan on going. Is there ever a chance I will run into you at a swing night?
Yes, 1000%.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. All right, Tucker. Last question. I think it's the last question. I always suggest a new song for my audience to add to their playlist to help make their workouts more fun, more exciting. What song and who sings it are you going to suggest that they add to their playlist?
Can you guess who it's going to be by?
Justin Bieber.
Correct. Probably just go with a classic. Actually, Somebody to Love by Justin Bieber. Okay. Somebody to Love.
Okay. No, that's a good one. It's been a while. You'll like this. On my Michael Singleton interview, I recommended Justin Bieber and Kid Laroi.
Oh, Stay.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Mm-hmm. So that might be 2 shows in a row, Justin Bieber.
Heck yeah. Worth it.
Excellent choice. Well, Tucker, again, thank you for being such a fun partner. I enjoyed every moment we spent together dancing. I hope perhaps one day we get to do it again soon.
We will. Okay. We will.
Folks, don't forget to follow Tucker at Tucker _Gokey, right? At Instagram. If you haven't done so already, you weirdos, follow me. I'm at Fitzness on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. And you should like this and you should review it, say how much you love it, and share it because sharing is caring. And then Tucker, you need to tell him to get to work.
All I can say is wake up in the morning, drink your coffee or whatever you drink. Don't lay in your bed again. You should do something fun. Anything makes you smile, makes you sweat a little bit. Do it. It's worth it.
Get to work.
Get to work.
Thank you. There you go.
You're welcome.
Hi, this is Rudy Novotny, the voice of America's Marathons. We all love how much running has benefited every aspect of our lives, so much so that most of us only wish we'd started sooner. Wouldn't it be wonderful to gift the opportunity to children of today? Well, you can. The Morning Mile is a before-school walking and running program that gives children a chance to start each day in an active way while enjoying fun, music, and friends. That's every child, every day. It's also supported by a wonderful system of rewards, which keeps students highly motivated and frequently congratulated. Created by our favorite fitness expert, Fitz. Morning Milers across the country have run over 2 million miles and are having greater success with academics, behavior, and sports because of it. The Morning Mile is free to the child, free to the school, and is inexpensively funded by businesses or generous individuals. Help more kids get moving in the morning by visiting morningmile.com. Champion the program at your favorite school or find out more about sponsorship opportunities. That's morningmile.com. Long may you run.